FEMA says they are ready to respond. FEMA says they are ready to respond.
That's funny.
What is going on, everybody? Hope you guys are all doing well. I am Ty Smith. You are watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I really do appreciate you guys taking time out of your day or your evening to view my content. Make sure that if you want to see more of my content and have it consistently recommended to you, to hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you do that, okay? I really do appreciate it if you do it. Don't forget to follow me on all the platforms you see above and below, okay? Last but not least, double check and make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel after you check my channel out. How many more times can I say channel? All right. Okay, folks, so you guys seen it again, that like I have a video I done before you saw this one, was me covering what was going on in regards to Hurricane Milton. Now, what I also want to throw in here right now is Hurricane Milton along with Hurricane Helene, which we know caused crazy destruction. Now, we don't know the pure scale and the aftermath in total of what Hurricane Milton has caused, but there is destruction, and I will be covering that as well, folks. You guys are like, Ty, why are you all over the place? You're in music reactions, you're doing political stuff, you're doing weather. I'm not doing weather. The thing is, I have family down there in Florida, so I just want to make sure I cover this. Just like I have family up in Chicago. If something's going down there, I will be covering it. But it's for you to know as well, because this is impactful to the nation as well. Now, here, this lovely interviewer here, Miss Martha, who interviewed me twice, she's going to interview the director of FEMA in regards to their recovery reaction funds. And I want y'all to pay close attention to how the FEMA director tries to clean this up in the most pleasant way, but we're not stupid. Check it out.
Obviously, Florida is very different from Western North Carolina, and I don't think anybody expected these mountainous regions to be in such desperate need of help. There was a piece in The Guardian today by Morgan Sykes, who's an Asheville, North Carolina resident, and the headline is, "We're still finding dead neighbors in North Carolina. We need help." He says at least 227 people have died, and the toll is getting higher. The rivers are giving up the dead. Landslides are yielding corpses. He goes on to say that nothing compares to the rage he feels for the lives lost and those displaced and those struggling to get too few services, and a governmental response that has seemingly prioritized the most privileged. What do you say to Morgan Sykes in Asheville about that?
So I just left a press conference with the governor, and they reported that the number of confirmed fatalities across Western North Carolina right now is 88. And my heart goes out to all of those families that have lost loved ones. And we know that they're still working through a list of unaccounted for, and it's even harder sometimes when you don't know. But the Governor Cooper and his team are working hard to make sure that they can get that list whittled down, and they can identify and account for everybody that was in the storm's path. Martha, we've been on the ground since before the storm happened, and just because somebody didn't see a person in a FEMA shirt doesn't mean that they weren't getting support. This is a true whole of community response. It requires the response from not just my agency, but the resources we've brought in from across the federal government, but the incredible support and work of the first responders that were on the ground, the National Guardsmen that were there before the storm hit. We all work together to make sure we're reaching all of these communities. No one agency, from the local, the state, or the federal, can do this alone. It takes all of us to make sure we're meeting everybody where they're at, to get them the assistance that they need and they deserve.
And we all appreciate all of these different entities, the private and the public, that are going in to help, and the volunteers and the community helpers on the ground who've done an extraordinary job. I want to ask you about this report that there are staffing shortages at FEMA, and that this report came out Monday morning that just 9% of FEMA's personnel, or 1,217 people, are available to respond to the hurricane or other disasters, according to your agency briefing. So it used to be that there was like a quarter of the entire group available to be dispatched to these, but now it's only 9%. What happened there?
Yeah, Martha, this has been an incredibly busy year. I have over 100 different disasters that are open across the U.S. supporting recovery efforts. But we have a layered staffing approach. And the article that was in the New York Times that reported that they were looking at the numbers on our daily operations brief, and that is a focus of our disaster-specific staffing. But through our layered approach and how we plan for this, we can reach out across our federal agency itself, across FEMA, to bring people in that isn't their primary job, to augment the work that we're doing. But we also then have the access of all of the people across the Department of Homeland Security in our surge capacity force. We reach out to the federal government, the other federal agencies that also come in.
So you have enough people?
I'm not saying that this is going to be easy, Martha, but we've done this before. You know, we've managed multiple incidents at once, like in 2017 with Harvey, Irma, and Maria. We know how to do this. We plan for this. We're ready for this, and we are going to make sure we meet everybody's needs.
Let me ask you one question about that, because I looked at the budget, the FEMA budget, which has steadily risen every year. And now we're hearing that, that you have enough money for right now, but that you might have to go back to Congress December, January. So even from 2021 to 2025, you have $7 billion more dollars at your disposal. So what's going on? I mean, why is that not enough money that's in your budget when it goes up every single year?
Well, if you look at 2021, Martha, the biggest piece of that is the amount that we were providing to support COVID-19. We had a major disaster declaration in every state, every territory, and 5 tribes.
But let's compare it to 2017, the year that you mentioned, which is the biggest hurricane year that we've had in a long time. So now there's so much more funding in 2024 than there was in 2017. So why is that still not enough to get the job done?
Yeah, again, the biggest difference, 2017 is before COVID-19. The biggest increase in the cost and the tap on the disaster relief fund is COVID-19, but it's also the increase in the number of disasters. There's more, they're more complicated, they're more expensive recoveries to help these communities, and we continue to see more and more. I have over 100 open disaster declarations right now. We don't ever have that many, and that number continues to rise because of the extreme weather events that we're seeing across the nation.
All right. Well, good luck to you. Administrator Criswell, thank you very much for joining me today. There's a lot of questions out there about all of this, but we really want people to be safe and taken care of. We know that you all are working on that, so I want to thank you.
Did y'all catch some of that wording? See, when people start to tell me stuff, I really do listen. Like, I don't listen to try to get ready to get an aha moment back at you. I don't listen to try to get I gotcha. I don't listen with the intent of just simply arguing. I listen because I really believe what I take it in, I guess being in medicine, whether a person is lying to us or not in medicine, we have to take it as truth. And then we respond accordingly based off of what we know that's going on with this person physiologically or physically, right? Now, the reason why I say that is this. She said, we have people that are there. Just because they don't have on a FEMA shirt or like FEMA attire doesn't mean that FEMA wasn't there. What? Whoa. Do y'all get what I'm saying now? Really? Then why is she standing here in this interview with the FEMA logo and FEMA underneath her shirt to say something like that? Well, just because y'all didn't see FEMA there does not mean FEMA wasn't there. Now, again, I love how Martha asked her these direct questions, and her number one thing is deflect. Well, we got everybody working with us. We got local, we got private, we got all of us are coming together to try to put forth these efforts. No, we talking about what you did and what you didn't do. Now, notice how she threw in the whole deal regarding the C-19 stuff. Oh, well, they didn't tell you that the funds we use for somebody briefed her real good on that one. Really? You must have forgot all those grants, all the PP stuff that was going and getting pushed through. I do not recall, and I could be wrong, of FEMA interjecting and doing anything when it comes to COVID. And I'm telling y'all right now, I know of ton of hospitals, outpatient clinics, skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, from Chicago down to St. Louis. I know y'all were getting grants. So I don't know if they were getting all these grants from government for PPE and for all these different things they were getting for COVID, getting all these different grants. What part did FEMA play in there in helping with that? And no matter what, that still did not answer the question as to saying, where are the $8 billion? Huh? Where is that at? Regardless of what this woman is getting on here and how she's trying to clean it up for FEMA, I believe, my American brothers and sisters, I don't believe that there's someone that's out there in the trenches with their cameras pointing at themselves. They're doing like this. They're doing like, guys, I'm back here and we have, and I told you I can't show it on YouTube, but the videos that I got from a lot of you guys, and I'm so thankful and grateful of it because I know y'all are telling the truth. Guys, I'm seeing bodies in mud, arm are sticking up, a leg sticking up, a foot sticking up. You seeing like a torso in mud, and people are out there crying saying nobody's coming. And I'm trying to stay right here because I don't know this person, but I don't want a wild animal to come and possibly try to eat them. This is stuff that I'm seeing. I wish I can show it to you guys, but my video will be instantly not just demonetized, but it will be taken down for graphic in nature and don't have the proper explanation. I'm not playing around with YouTube because they're finding any reason to completely give me strikes anyway. I'm already under a warning right now just for showing the video of Trump speaking. Yeah. So anyway, my point is saying that I'm not going to trust what this woman is saying. She said she talked with the governor. He said in this certain area, only 80 people are dead. You're slick with saying that. We're not just talking about in a certain region or a certain area. We're talking about all of it. For her to try to say it's only 80, not 227. I don't believe it. I believe what people are showing me, the people who are there, the Americans who are sending these videos, I believe them. I'm not going to believe what I told you. I'm done. I don't believe nothing that's going to come out of this woman's mouth. If she tells me that drinking water is good for you, I'm still not going to believe her. I'm going to go find out and research it myself. This is how much distrust I have in government right now. Anyway, let me know what you guys all think by leaving it in the comments below after this video. Don't forget, if you would like to see the next video that I will be doing in chronological order, most likely it's going to be the video right up there. If you want to see things I do as a variety or mix up on this channel, it will be down here. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.